Welcome to the first video of the series Start to Map and ArcGIS Foundation series. In this module, we'll start to learn about the basic interface of ArcGIS Pro. At the time of the recording, this is November 2025. So when you're seeing this might change due to an update, but mostly the interface is gonna be something like this. So when you run your ArcGIS Pro, you'll be presented with this screen. If you have not worked with anything before, you will not have anything in your recent projects as well. Everything will be clean. So essentially, you'll start with a map. You can start with anything else, but a map will essentially combine all of this, and it's the safest bet to approach any project. So you'll click on map, and then this will show up. Remember, ArcGIS Pro is very structured, and it works with a lot of data connection, both online and offline. So you need to keep your stuff into a very structured folder structure. So you just won't be creating a file name and then be off with it. You'll also select a very meaningful location that makes sense to you. So click on Browse, and then I'll skip this part because I don't want to show you my computer setting, but you will keep it somewhere safe. So I have created my folder, and now I named my file Start to Map, and then I'll click OK, and now it will start to load everything that's associated with it. So that's how you create a new file within ArcGIS Pro. That's the very first step you need to take. You need to create a new file. So now that ArcGIS Pro has opened up with a new file, you have different panels all through. So on top, you have the ribbon. The ribbon organizes tools into tabs such as Map, Insert, Analysis, View, Edit, Imagery, Share, Help, and whatever you may select. This layer, this title will change. This will give you specific editing capabilities, so keep an eye out for that if you're working with something like that. So we will go through all of this one by one, but let's talk a little about map. So here you have a lot of stuff going on. You can use the locate button to locate your specific address. You can use the base map to change the map into something else. So if I clicked on it and clicked on imagery, it will load a little and then change back into something like this. If I try to go for imagery hybrid, you'll see that it has created something like this once it loads, and then you can zoom in and start to see like a lot of different details, and also you can try to locate your site. So let's say I'm trying for Lubbock, Texas. Once I type it in, it will show up, and then if I click on it, it will directly zoom onto Lubbock. So here's the location that I'm trying to go for. Also, in the map tab, you'll find the bookmarks. This is a very important one. Say you have found your location and you have zoomed into it just right. And also, when talking about zooming in, you can also think about these scales. Whenever you're zooming in, these numbers are in fractions. You can always try to make them into something meaningful. So something like this might be even better. Then you can add bookmarks. So if you click on the bookmarks button and then create a new bookmark, it will save that bookmark for you. So let's say Lubbock City Limits. And then I have accidentally zoomed into somewhere else, maybe. Now, if I click on bookmark and click on the Lubbock City Limits, it will directly take me back to my set view of that specific location. Now, on the left side, you have the contents plane. This plane shows all the layers currently displayed in your map. Here you can control visibility, drawing order, symbology, labeling, and group layers. When working on a map, this pane helps you manage what you see and how it appears. So that's very important. Say I don't want to see the hybrid reference layer, I can just turn it off and then it will go away. Or if I just want to see that, I can turn off world imagery and then only the line drawings will show up. So this is very important. And you will be working with a lot of data, so keep an eye out for organizing this. You can also like add layer groups. So if this is my base map, I can create a group and then double click on that to rename that layer as base map. So now I can essentially just hide that and all of my base map stuff will go away. So that's one. On the right side, you have the catalog pane. Right now it's hidden by locate, and I'll tell you a little about how it works, but let's go to the default view. So this is the catalog pane. And here you'll have all the data that's available to you. So you have maps, which is very obviously the map that we are currently working on, but we can have different maps with different data sets. You have databases. So whenever you create a new ArcGIS file, it starts with a default geodatabase that's also named to your file name. So start to map, and you can see start to map.gdb. GDB stands for geodatabase file. And you can also have different folders. Right now, you only have the default folder that this file is located to, but you can also add folder connections, and we will talk about downloading different data from different sources and adding folder connections. But you can always just right click and add database, and right click and add folder connection, and show ArcGIS Pro the folder that you're going to work with to kind of create folder connections so that you can have access to the data that's associated to that folder. So that's important. Also on the catalog, you have the portal, you have the computer, and you have your favorites. So on portal, you have different accessibilities. So here, these are my contents, the contents that I have created over time. These are my favorites. I don't think I have created any map my favorite. These are folders from my organization. Also my groups are and my organization. So this is my groups, this is my organization, and these two are very important. These two are ArcGIS Online, and this is Living Atlas, and we will talk about this really soon. But you can also add data from different sources from these two. These are very important. Now ArcGIS is a little different when trying to like run a command. So like if you add any kind of analysis, or if you like just click on locate, for example, you'll see that catalog pane goes away. So whenever they pop up, never be worried. You can always close this out, and then you'll get your catalog pane back. Now, sometimes it may happen that you have opened a lot of panes, and then you have accidentally closed catalog with all of them. So what can you do? So you can always go to view and click on catalog pane. So that will bring it back. So that's all for this first video. We will talk really soon about how to print out maps. We'll talk about how to access data from different sources, and we'll do a bunch of different types of geoprocessing. So keep an eye out for those and see through what's most exciting or most useful to you. But yeah, that's all for our interface of ArcGIS Pro. This is the very basic of ArcGIS Pro.